Hello, everyone. Very good evening to all. I think I am live now. So, a very good evening, and all those people who are joining me live, can you guys just give me a quick confirmation? Am I properly visible, clearly audible to everyone? I can see there are many people who have joined us. So, फटाफट से सब लोग कंफर्म कर दो कि क्या आवाज़ क्लियर आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा एंड विजिबिलिटी क्लियर है कि नहीं. Let's wait for everybody to join and then maybe we can start our discussion. Today's session will be a lot of fun and I really feel कि हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा आज के सेशन में because whatever things we have covered up in our generative AI playlist, we will try to see that what things we can build on top of it. So I'm expecting that many people have already gone through all the episodes that we have done in our previous discussions, right? Inside generative AI playlist on YouTube. So it will be the episode number 5, where I will go with one of our learner who have followed all these episodes and created some wonderful projects. So, can I get a quick confirmation? Am I properly audible before we will start our today's live? Okay, I can see people are commenting now. Yes, thank you so much for the confirmation. Did I got job as Gen AI engineer come Agentic AI engineer? Uh, Yes, definitely. Nowadays, people are giving a jobs of LLM engineer, in which this is the work which we're supposed to do. So definitely yes, right? A lot of job applications you will find for LLM engineers right now, prompt engineers right now, right? Uh, I think I am clearly audible. So without wasting any time further, let me first of all take Diwakar on the stage. Welcome, Diwakar. How are you?
Hi, PMM. Thanks so much for this opportunity. I'm very good and very excited as well. Thanks for
Me
this
too. Me too.
opportunity.
So, before we will proceed ahead and showcase to the audience that what things you have built, it would be better if you can introduce yourself to the entire audience, and then we can step by step go ahead and talk about what are the things that you have created.
All right. So, hi everyone. Good evening and good morning as well if somebody from other part of the world. So, I'm Diwakar and I am working with Entity Data as a senior program manager right now. And that's my corporate profile. I'm in consulting business and I'm guiding people for problem solving for the corporates. That's my one profile. My another profile is I'm very much fond of coding and this opportunity is actually Gen AI is again kicked my that back of my head that I wanted to do product development by my own, and coding is always my first love, I would say. So that's how I kind of started, and I joined the course with Priya ma'am. And thanks so much for such a wonderful mentoring. I would say it's very detailed and very much practically and very supportive as well. So I would say due to that, actually, I learned something and I developed something which is actually great because it's in the real world you learn something, but when you create something which is very much useful and which is very much in a workable condition, that gives you so much satisfaction. And if it is something which is useful and which is can be used in many other aspects, so that's how it all started. So yeah, thanks ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I think now, without wasting any further time, maybe Divakar, you can start ahead and uh, interact with the audience and let them explain what are the things that you have built. And uh,
All right,
there might
yeah,
be few people who might not be aware about what is Gen AI all about. So maybe
okay,
you can start with a brief introduction with that, and then step by step you can showcase everything, whatever you have created.
awesome, great. Let me share my screen first. um, So I think many of you have already gone through and in the during the course with PMM or some other ways. You might have heard about AI, Gen AI, machine learning, and so many other buzzwords, right? So just want to just want to clarify and want to give a brief introduction on those aspects actually. All right, hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, it's visible. You can go ahead.
Okay. All right. So when we say AI, when we say machine learning, deep learning, or Gen AI, and there is something which is always we feel that what are those buzzwords? Are they, or can we use them interchangeably? Can we? I mean, where can be used? What can be used where? So those kind of confusion always comes into the mind. So this is a kind of a basic chart and which give you a basic overview about that. So as you can see, AI is a broader term. Within that, machine learning is the second most bigger layer and bigger player, I would say. So it's a subset of AI, and it works for learning the patterns and patterns from the data, make decision and predictions. So for that purpose, we use machine learning. Then comes the deep learning thing, which is subset of ML again, and which use neural networks to build the knowledge. And it's these networks are based on some data structures, so and other related frameworks, and using that we can use that knowledge, and then we can learn complex patterns from this data, and then using deep learning we can come to the conclusion. So that is really deep learning in very short. And top of that we have Gen AI, that is subset of deep learning, and it can generate new content, so that is how it is. It has evolved so far, and transformers were the key things which have done this marvelous thing to come into the world of Gen AI. So that's how we have arrived to that place so far. And lots of research are already going on for making Gen AI more useful and promoting it for more bigger roles, AGI and all other stuff which is also going on. The second thing, which is because we are coming towards agentic systems, and we are talking about AI agents today. So just wanted to have a brief introduction of RAG, where which is basically kind of a small context or memory, you can say, to and when we say Gen AI can hallucinate anytime. So to control that hallucination, to be it more context specific, and to give the results which the user is looking for, we can utilize RAG. So RAG is basically retrieval augmented and generative and generation. So we put something into the vector DB. We store that index, and then we can retrieve it whenever we need them, and then based on those output actually the relevant knowledge is improved for the LLM. And then by using this relevant knowledge and LLM's knowledge base, when it gives you the output with the help of RAG pipeline, that is less hallucinated, that is more quality. So for that purpose, basically RAG is being used, and it's very much effective when we are going for AI agentic systems. So, well, coming to our main thing, which is the practical and live session about our tools. So we are going to show you three tools today, if time permits. Permits. So first is the refactoring tool. The second would be the PMO, and then third would be the legitimate AI. So with that, we are going with our demo. And the first tool I would like to share is the refactoring code. All right.
Okay, in the meantime, Diwakar is sharing about the refactoring tool. Uh, I hope everybody knows the meaning of refactoring. Can I get a quick confirmation? Does everybody knows what is the meaning of refactoring of a code? Have you ever done it? Everyone? Yes. Can anyone give me a confirmation? Have you guys done the refactoring of a code? What do you understand by that? No. So, Diwakar, we have an
All
audience
right.
where they don't know
Okay.
about refactoring. So, it would be better
Understood.
if we explain a bit
Yeah.
about this and then we can move ahead.
Sure. So, okay. So consider it as a enhancer, or you can say there are so many ways of doing one task. You can do one task in a longer way. You can do the same task with a more precise manner. So refactoring is something which gives you the faster way of doing the things, writing the things. Basically, once we are talking about the code, so we are trying to say that refactoring is something which gives you the a way to do the same task with more efficiently, with more efficient manner, with less number of lines of code, and with more readability, so that once you done the coding, you might be shifting to some other company. However, the work which you have done should be useful for the company. So once somebody else come in your place, they should be able to understand the code, and the readability should be great for the code. So with that, actually, the refactoring is being used.
Perfect. So I think everybody understood. So basically, uh, the functionality of the code will remain the same, but over here we are trying to focus on doing the data cleansing, like code cleansing or maintaining of that in a appropriate manner. And sometimes when we are in a hurry, we write the code, we make sure that we will be able to do the deliverables. But as Divakar has mentioned, that our code should be in an appropriate manner, so that if, let's say, in future, in place of us, some other person is also coming and checking our code, they will be easily able to understand it, that what actually our code is doing. So what he's showcasing right now is he will write some small piece of a code, and he will write a command and say that, can you refactor that code and analyze the complexity. And if anybody doesn't know about complexity, you can check uh, the videos by me. And by saying that, I have launched a new course also of DSA on Udemy. You can check in the chat window, the course links and everything is available. So when we talk about complexity, it is about, if given a code, how much is the uh, time it is required to execute that specific code. So we are analyzing that, we are comparing that, and we are refactoring that. So I think, Divakar, we can go ahead now and showcase to everyone what actually our agent is doing over here.
All right, thanks. So as you can see, this is a function which is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of code, and we are seeing this tool that code refactoring, do the code refactoring, and analyze the code complexity. So when we say we can also anytime we can also give any Python file here for the analysis, but right now I'm just saying for the sake of brevity and yeah, demo purpose, we can say submit, and once we submit it, it would analyze the code, and it would say whether it has used the tool or not, and then it will give the response. So this is the response, and you can see this 6 lines of code is now being converted into 1 line of code. So it has improved the readability. It has also improved the maintainability, so that you don't need to see the number of lines, more number of lines. So this is a small code, but you can consider, if you have files and thousands of lines of code, how can it help you, right? And then it would also give you the hints and explanation what went wrong and what it has been doing. And more interesting thing is the tool which we are calling here is to see the readability score. So we can see here that readability score before refactoring was 24, and 24 is hard to read. So that was the code complexity earlier. However, after the refactoring, the now the complexity has been 64. So that means it has easy to read. It has become easy to read now. The complexity is now very low complexity code. So it would come into low complexity code. Number of lines has also been reduced, and efficiency of the code has also been improved. All right, so that's the tool use. And with this tool, we have also used phase for vector db. So now I'm going to show you the code for this tool. And I hope my code is visible now. So let me go up. All right. So these are the imports for the files, Python libraries. And once the import is done, we are loading the environment, and we are using here Streamlit. Streamlit, you might be knowing that it's a very good tool for showcasing the demo and these kind of projects, machine learning and data science projects. It's easy to deploy into the HTML free community site as well. So you don't need to really buy space to host your HTML pages or the file or the anything which you want to showcase the body, which is in a demo purpose, or which you want to build into the your MVP kind of thing. So minimal viable product you can test here. You can showcase to the world, and then you can test your ideas, and you can utilize that into the Streamlit system. So this is the Streamlit code basically. ST is Streamlit, and then we are these are the title which you see, as you saw, refinement code and all. And we are using Grok model, which is Grok model is free to some extent, and we are using the API key. We need to first create the API key into the Grok's site, and then with that API key we are using here, and with that we are creating a client, our LLM client here. So you can see here, and then this is the embedding, phase embedding. So a sentence transformer function we are using for from the phase library itself, and this is the model which is being used for the embedding purpose. So this is the vector embedding setup. Then this is the tool which were analyzing the code complexity and giving you the numbers. So if the score was less than 30, so if you go back to the site, you can see the numbers. These numbers are coming from this tool basically, this 24 and all. All right. So this is tool which is giving this function we are calling for analyzing the complexity and giving you the numbers and readability scores basically. After that, we are going into the sidebar setup and all. This is all visual UI UX kind of thing. And then this is the upload file tool code. So, and then here we are creating the query and input in the text data. And using the phase, we are storing the context here. So if you want to retrieve the context sometime, which tool, which code you have used earlier, and if you want to use that kind of context saving, so that is something which you are doing here. So as you must be knowing that when we do LLM calls, every time it's a new call. LLM doesn't store anything, so you need to write everything to make it workable. Even chat gpt, don't consider ChatGPT as a as a LLM. It's a wrapper, and ChatGPT is a kind of a tool, a very functional tool, very good tool to give you that kind of feel that you are doing something and it is storing something. So all the context related things, whatever LLM is doing, it is being done only by the these kind of vector storing. So that's why we are storing the vector here, and we can also retrieve it in the search. So this is retrieval and saving of the vector. After that, we have um, we are analyzing the code readability. Code, if it is something is code readability or code complexity is given to the user input, then we can calling the tool. Otherwise, we will not call the tool. So this is something tool call we are trying to explain with this example. So once these words come into the user input, then we will call the tool, right? And this is a system prompt which is saying that you are a professional AI code refactoring and analyzer. And these are the complete things which we want to, with the system prompt, we are trying to get the LLM to do the do the things which the LLM should be doing as per our requirement, as per our use case, right? So here we are explaining everything, analyze Python code, suggest improvements, and we are also suggesting which are the principles, PEP 8, solid, performance optimization, all test driven development, and all those things which we want to make this tool expert. So so that when you see the system prompt, actually this will point the LLM to that particular area in that in this LLM's knowledge base. So this is very important to point to the into the right direction. Otherwise, it might be pointing to many other directions. It might consume more tokens. So you need to precisely point the LLM to its knowledge base, and the system role or system prompt is very useful thing for to do so, right? So this is how. Then we are also defining user role and the tool we are trying to call here. And when we say chat completion, we are calling the tool here this chat completion dot choices and message dot content. So with that, this will call the tool, and the response would be assigned into the response. And if there is some response, we will publish that response onto the screen, right? So this is the refactoring tool, and then I think you enjoyed this, right? And you are quite excited to see the next two demos as well, right? So yeah, we can. I think we
Perfect.
can go.
Uh, So I think I really find it interesting that how everything is integrated in one code and it is able to refactor the entire code. And I hope that even though the code size will be bigger for now, because we just have to showcase the demonstration. So intentionally, Diwakar has taken a very small part of the code just to showcase that how it is working and what's the mindset behind it. I think I have mentioned in the chat as well. Uh, Obviously, for someone who is coming directly in this live session, he or she might not be able to understand what we are saying over here, because there is a prerequisite to go through with all those episodes which we have launched before this. But if you have already gone through with all the episodes and you are here, you're getting a point, you're getting a sense that how you can connect these things right now, and you can create wonderful products out of it, right? uh, Amazing, Devakar. And now I think we can move ahead and let them showcase the second product that you have built.
All right, thanks so much. So the second project, so we have done the development part. Now we need project managers. So this is for project managers. This project is being quite relatable to me because day to day I'm doing this work, and I had faced these kind of challenges. So I have thought about this and then developed this project. So this is something which is which is using very uh, you know uh, uh, very popular framework, I would say, like LangChain and LangSmith. So we will see the power of these tools, observability in our code in our demo. And with that, let's go back to the demo mode and practical approach instead of just talking. So let's see some results. Okay, so this is a PMO agent, AI agent. It's quite interesting, day-to-day affairs. You might have seen that you have day-to-day you have data in unstructured way. So you had RDBMS for querying the structured data, or you say the data which is in rows and columns. However, there are so many years we were struggling to have something which can crunch the data which are not structured, and we can query those data in our natural language, right? So that in mind, so in the project management space, if you see, we have text files, we have emails, uh, we could have PDFs, we could have Excels, we could have whatnot, So this tool is basically trying to combine all those things, all those unstructured data, put it into the one place, and then with that particular place, a user can do the analysis of their data in natural language. So they can just ask the question, and if the data is in this unstructured manner, they can upload it. It would come into one place, and from there we can write ask the queries. So for example, let me share you this file which is being we can use for our demo purpose. So we have some projects here, and we have some status of these projects, and the comments of these projects, project manager's name, and the budgets. So with that, upload once we upload this file, and then we just say that show me. uh, projects in red. Okay, and then we say that submit. So you can see here PMO tool and XYZ. These two are the red projects in red, and you can see here these are the red projects. These are status is red. So if you want to see, you can see green status. All right, and then this is submit. You can see all the on the project which are green and but the budget, and there are so many things which we can do from this this analysis. You can just see if you want to see show me budgets of, and then you say submit. So it will just show the budget, right? So this is something, this is power actually. So we can utilize this power to combine all sort of data, and then just write what's in your mind, and then you can see the result here, right? And the more interesting thing, because we are using multiple systems here, we need to have some observability which system, because we are in living in world where we are relying on multiple systems. LLM is some other system, we have databases in some other part. So for that observability, we have to use some basic agentic frameworks which we are using here, like LangChain and LangSmith. So if I go to LangSmith dashboard, the command which we have just used, like show me the budget, you know show me the budget of green status projects. Okay, so you can see all the commands which user is giving to the system, which is user is passing through the LLM into the LangChain, and then LangChain it will be seen in the LangSmith, which is the observability tool. And not only the inputs, it would also see, you can also count the tokens, input output tokens, which are very useful when you are trying to control your costings, and you are trying to control the budget with the users, which when we are seeing sharing the dice. And so those all things comes from this power of this tool. So you can control the spends, you can control the users behavior, and you can analyze what is being done in the system. And if something is failing, you can also definitely come to know that this is now the problem in the system. All right, so I think quite interesting. So let's any comments from you, Priya ma'am?
Perfect. So, I think first of all, let's showcase Diwakar the internals about this, how you have
Okay,
created, and then maybe we can ask if they have any questions or something on
all right,
this.
yeah, okay, so we are going back to our code part. um, Uh, I I want to share this code from GitHub. Give me a second. Okay, so here we have these are the libraries which are being used: LangChain, Lang code prompts, and output parsers. So these three we are calling in the code. We are loading the environment here.
Can we zoom that in a bit,
Yeah,
Diwakar?
sure. Yeah, is it better?
Yeah, much better, much better.
Okay.
Yes. Now you can proceed.
Okay. So with the calling, we are calling the LangChain's Grok libraries here, and then we are loading the environment, and then again we are using Streamlit here, and we are hiding uh, all the things which is appearing into the general Streamlit pages. So we are hiding those extra buttons where we can see GitHub repository address and all with this. And then again we are giving a good system prompt, which is very important, as we already discussed. So here also we are making the system prompt for pointing the knowledge base of LLM toward the professional project manager area. So you are making is like you are a professional project manager of a management office AI assistant. You are specialized in agile, to Prince 2, PMI, PMP, and or whatnot, whatever you want to give, Six Sigma, Kanban, and other frameworks. And your role is to help users understand their project status, suggest possible common risk causes and risk analysis, and based on these frameworks, and then help the PMO team. And then we are actually we are using here lang chain, right? So to call the grok bot, grok LLM basically. And when we say chain, so lang chain works in a chaining framework. You might be knowing that. So we need to create the chain, so first, second, third, and we link that chain with the pipes, right? So we are creating the chain. So before creating the chain, we are creating the prompts, and then output parser, and then input thing. So here, if you say prompt here, so this is a prompt thing which we just created here. So we are taking the system prompt here, and plus the user input, and then we are going to LLM. So this LLM is actually we are especially we are creating the Grok API key, and we are using the Llama 70B versatile model in this from the Grok. And we are also setting up the temperature. So temperature is something which you can use to control the uh, you say बोलते हैं ना कल्पना, तो एलएलएम की जो कल्पना है उसको हम लोग इससे कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. सो 0.1 मीन्स डिफॉल्ट इज 0.7. मतलब अगर वो 0.7 पे है, तो मतलब वो ही विल टेक द लिबर्टी टू क्रिएटिविटी और हाई हाई लेवल एलएलएम का. So that can, when there is more creativity, there are more chances to hallucinate. So to reduce the hallucination, to be more precise to your inputs and your knowledge area, you can control with the temperature. So this temperature is that for that purpose we are using. So default temperature generally is 0.7, and we are changing it to towards more reducing it, so it will be giving you more precise output. All right, then we are also setting the page and sidebars. These are all UI UX, and submitted. This is the submit button, similar to get post kind of thing which we are using for the form. So if your submitted is having anything, which then on we will call, otherwise we will not call. So one thing in Streamlit is tool which is if you do any change in your page, it will keep running top to end. So it will not observe, it will not stop you, it will not stop for any events. So that is something which is generally you might have seen in other stateless protocol or other ASP pages kind of thing also. तो उसमें थोड़ा सा ये क्या है कि स्टीमलेट का ये है कि वो टॉप टू एंड कोड को रन करता रहता है अगर आप इसको कंट्रोल नहीं करते हो तो. सो फॉर दैट वी नीड टू कंट्रोल इट. सो वी हैव यूज submitted button to control that. Otherwise what it will do, if you do just click kahin pe bhi, so it will run the code top to end, and unnecessarily it will call the LLM as well if you are not calling it precisely toward the any conditional calling नहीं कर रहे हो तो ये शुरू से लास्ट तक कॉल ही करता रहेगा उसको. So that will your tokens will be unnecessarily being used. So we submitted is a kind of stopper. So हम लोग देख रहे हैं अगर submitted button click होता है तो we would call it. Upload file होता है, then we'll use upload file command and we'll parse that file. If not, upload file is not there. Multiple files के लिए हम लोग ने यहाँ पे multiple वो use किया है. Like text file है तो we are using this library string IO function. PDF है तो we are using PDF reader, and we have doc file for document reader, and those other. So we can if any other thing comes up, document or Word file or any other format, you just need to enhance this, and then we will be able to create that thing. CSV के लिए CSV parser है, you know. Okay, so with Excel के लिए we have read Excel pandas. तो with that हम लोग we can use we are making a input RAG kind of pipeline, we can say. So this with the input we are passing this to our system prompt, right? और यहाँ पे करने के बाद ये चेन है जो कि हम जो वी जस्ट डिस्कस, राइट, दिस इज अ लैंग चेन वी से. तो यहाँ पे प्रॉम्प्ट है, देन प्रॉम्प्ट से सबसे पहले प्रॉम्प्ट कॉल हो गया. प्रॉम्प्ट के बाद ये प्रॉम्प्ट एलएलएम को मिल जाएगा. एलएलएम का जो होगा आउटपुट, वो आउटपुट पार्सर के थ्रू जो भी हम लोग पार्सिंग आउटपुट का जो भी फॉर्मेट फिक्स करना चाहते हैं वो हम लोग यहाँ पे कर सकते हैं, राइट. एंड देन वी कैन से दैट चेन डॉट इनवोक. सो जैसे चेन डॉट इनवोक करेंगे इसका आउटपुट रिस्पॉन्स में आ जाएगा. देन रिस्पॉन्स वी आर शोइंग टू द यूजर. सो दिस इज हाउ इट इज वर्किंग राइट नाउ.
So Diwakar, we have a question. So the question is, uh, when we're talking about this, so how the context is maintained, can the LLM track the last input and reply to future queries as well? Like when you are asking the questions in the
Correct,
PMO
correct.
tool. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. All right. So actually, here we are in this code actually because this is a demo purpose. So explicitly हमने जो भी messages है उनको हमने अभी vector DB में store नहीं किया है. तो अभी इसका जो context है वो user input के साथ है. What I mean to say is whenever you are calling, so what I mean to say is right now we are saving it into the text input only. सो एक बार हमने इनपुट का यूज किया, फिर उसके बाद दोबारा यूजर ने इनपुट किया, हमने वही जो यूजर इनपुट का वेरिएबल है उसी में उसको ऐड करते जा रहे हैं. This is a demo purpose. This is not a practical we cannot do in the real world. However, we need to use vector db for such scenarios. But right now, because this is just for demo and this is conceptually we are making it, so this context is maintained in kind of that text user inputs text right now, which is keep on expanding
Yeah.
every time. So
Hmm.
that's how it is
But
right now.
if you will check that previous episode before this, so there I have used the vector DB and I have showcased this.
Hmm.
In fact,
Correct.
in this project, if you can see the system message which Diwakar have mentioned, I feel it is quite less. We can provide a lot more on top of it in order to, make this more matured. See, in generative AI, I think I have mentioned in my previous episodes also, and I'm again saying it in a live session also, that uh, the better system message you will write, you will be able to get better results from your model. It's all about how you will be able to get a better system message, right? uh, People are charging a lot of money nowadays just to write a system message. So that is what I think the future is all about, because nowadays, like previously, uh, people are charging money to write the code, people are charging the money to write the optimized code, but nowadays expertise is required. I'm not saying that we can skip to learn about writing, how we can write a code and directly write the prompts. That is important, but the future is that, we will be using these models to get the code, and then we will enhance that, we will do our work in a smarter manner, right? Divakar, I think now we can move to a next specific project which you want to showcase to them, and that would be the last one, your motivation, final one. Yeah.
Correct, yeah. So yes, very nice. Actually, let's come to the motivation. So so as just we mentioned that the system prompt, right? So system prompt we can set up the context, we can set up the knowledge area. One more important thing which we can set up is tone. So that tone, that persona, that is something which we want to showcase here. It's quite interesting. You would love it, I think. So suppose you are you are low and you want to have somebody to help you out and discuss with you, talk to you, and you want to talk in particular somebody in the mind like अरे यार अक्षय कुमार होता तो हम ऐसे बात करते, अक्षय कुमार की जैसा कोई मुझे दोस्त होता तो मैं ऐसा उसको बोलता वो ऐसा. तो all those things, and you can say बाबा रामदेव, अगर आपको योगा इंस्ट्रक्शन चाहिए तो यू वांट टू टॉक टू योगा काइंड ऑफ थिंग टू मोटिवेट योरसेल्फ, yoga tips or something like more related to spiritual kind of thing, then you would go to Baba Ramdev persona. एंड समथिंग लाइक स्टिक टीचर गब्बर सिंह, कि भाई हमने ये कुछ ऐसा किया तो गब्बर सिंह कैसे बोलता. सो और यू हैव ऑल काइंड ऑफ function here we are trying to provide in this motivator, so that you feel motivated. So let's come to this now. So if you say you are Akshay Kumar fan, so you want to, अरे भाई, I am bored today, what to do, and then see what it replies, because you have selected अक्षय कुमार. ये देखो, ये अक्षय कुमार के जैसे बोलेगा, अरे भाई बोर्डम तो भागेगा, भगाने को टाइम आ गया है, मैं बोलता हूँ तुम्हारे लिए कुछ मस्त आइडिया लेकर आया हूँ. एंड देन इट विल कम टॉक टू यू लाइक अ फ्रेंड, राइट? यू कैन कीप ऑन टॉकिंग टू दिस एजेंट. Suppose now you want to you want to change yourself to a stick teacher. The same question if you ask, the answer is something like this: अरे ओ सांबा, बोर्डम का इलाज मैं दूंगा, तुम्हारे दिमाग में थोड़ा कमजोर है. So because this is samba, so it will not pump you, but it's quite strict, right? So it will give you some tough lesson of life in different manner. And the same thing बाबा रामदेव से अगर आप पूछते हो, तो देन दिस इज बाबा रामदेव पर्सोना. इट विल गिव यू, बेटा आज तुम्हारा बोर्डम हो रहा है, लेकिन मैं तुम्हें एक राज की बात बताता हूँ. जब हम बोरिंग फील करते हैं तो हम अपनी आपको कुछ नया और करना चाहिए, रचनात्मक करना चाहिए. तुम अनुलोम विलोम प्राणायाम करो and you will not feel bored, something like that, right? So I think these are some quite small example. But I mean, the thing is, the limit is endless, right? It's all up to your creativity, how you want to use it. You have the power in your hand. LM is giving so many things which you can be used in the real life, in real world. And that is how these small things are there to enhance the creativity and start your thought processes. And one more thing which is quite I think this is a tool, this has also come out from the uh, same kind of analysis, and kind of my interest toward the developing some product which is useful and some problem solving kind of thing for the society, and you say in general. So this is something which is coming up, and it's not final yet. We might need another session to cover this, and it's up to the time and how we can go. But this is just a very small initiative from our side, and trying to keep things, legal awareness and those kind of things into here. And this assistant is there for the same purpose, which is not 100% developed right now. It is in progress, but this is something which here I'm trying to develop, and trying to get into the more better shape, so that we can have these kind of awareness in the society. And it can work in two language for now, and you can ask any question like, tell me what I can do. I have a false case. So कानूनी सलाह लें, मामले की जांच करें, शिकायत करता दर्ज करें. So all the things which is related to this thing, and how to fight cases and all those things, we're trying to develop it here. And all the important judgments, important templates, help where you can see the right forums to get the help, and contacts and all
One
those things are
question,
here.
Diwakar. So, this is a very, very unique idea, but what brings this in your head? Like, I should work around with this. Any reason? Any thoughts? Any motivation?
Yeah,
Any story?
okay. Okay, I don't know you. I don't know about you, but if I just ask you one question about anybody, I mean, I don't know about you, so I can't tell you. But a general question: do you know about your rights? Do you know about Article
Yeah.
14? What is Article
Many,
21?
even I also, I don't think 100% aware, and many people are not
No.
even aware. Yeah.
एग्जैक्टली मैम। तो उसका रीज़न क्या है ना कि अभी होता क्या है कि हम लोग को पता नहीं है और हम लोग को लीगल अवेयरनेस बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, तो उसका
Hmm.
फ़ायदा गलत लोग उठाते हैं। आई एम नॉट सेइंग एवरीबॉडी इज़ गलत, बट कई लोग ऐसे हैं जो कि इन चीज़ों को मिसयूज़ करते हैं। तो टू
Hmm.
टू नो योर राइट्स, एक्चुअली दिस प्लेटफॉर्म इज बेसिकली एंड एआई एलएलएम मॉडल का जो बेस्ट यूज अभी जो सबसे इजीली हो सकता है मुझे लग रहा है, और बहुत यूजफुल तरीके से क्रिएटिवली हो सकता है, पॉजिटिवली हो सकता है, क्योंकि अभी के इतने सारे जजमेंट्स हैं, पूरे स्कैटर्ड है, सब कुछ है, इतना बड़ा संविधान है जो मतलब अभी ठीक है एक आदमी पूरा नहीं पढ़ सकता, पर एलएलएम मॉडल को तो सारा नॉलेज है। तो व्हाई डोंट वी
हाँ, बट
यूज एलएलएम?
अगर मैं ये जो क्वेश्चंस तुम मुझसे पूछ रहे हो, अगर मेरे को नहीं पता तो आई कैन आस्क फ्रॉम जीपीटी, राइट? एंड दैट कैन गिव मी
हाँ,
द आंसर। देन हाउ दिस
करेक्ट,
प्लेटफॉर्म, इफ वी विल बिल्ड, विल बी like what is the USP of this? Will it be better than that uh,
करेक्ट,
GPT
यस।
or something
सो
like that?
yes, so this is now at this moment it is not. I would say it is not better than GPT, and I don't want to make it better than GPT in general use cases. However, my
Okay.
vision is to make this useful for few use cases. For example, matrimonial disputes. For example, your legal rights. So this
Okay.
platform would expand into educating people, and we will surely launch some more education courses and bit-sized things which
गॉट इट।
help
सो
people
बेसिकली
to.
डेडिकेट करना चाहते हो आप एक ऐसा प्लेटफ़ॉर्म
हाँ,
जहाँ पे जनरलाइज़्ड चीज़ें ना हो, एक डेडिकेटेड
हाँ,
प्लेटफ़ॉर्म हो, लोगों को पता हो कि अगर तुम्हारा
करेक्ट,
इस रिलेवेंट चीज़ों से तुम
हुँ,
डील कर रहे हो, तो तुम यहाँ पे जाके चेक कर सकते हो।
करेक्ट,
इंस्टेड
करेक्ट,
ऑफ
यस
कि
मैम,
तुम जनरलाइज़्ड प्लेटफ़ॉर्म्स पे जाके सर्च करो, एक्सप्लोर करो। यहाँ पे हम कोर्सेज़ भी
एग्ज़ैक्टली,
डालेंगे फ्यूचर में ताकि लोग
हुँ,
सीख सकें, राइट? दैट्स द
करेक्ट,
विज़न
करेक्ट,
दैट यू हैव।
दैट्स द रीज़न, एंड देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स व्हिच पीपल आर नॉट अवेयर कि लॉ सिर्फ वन
हुँ,
साइडेड नहीं है। लॉ से लोग बोलते हैं कि सिर्फ एक 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 लोगों कुछ लोगों को फेवर करने के लिए बना है। ऐसा नहीं है, लॉ बहुत अच्छा है। आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज़ वेरी, वेरी स्ट्रांग, बट द थिंग इज़
हुँ,
पीपल आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ दैट स्ट्रांगनेस, एंड दैट व्हाटएवर benefits one person can get, and whatever the थिंग्स which comes when they have a fake case, उनको कैसे वो
हुँ।
फाइट कर सकते हैं। मतलब एक बार किसी कुछ को कुछ नहीं पता होता है तो फेक केस होते ही वो एकदम घबरा जाता है। तो टू
सही बात है।
फाइट दोज थिंग्स, तो
हुँ,
इट्स नॉट लाइक कि जो फेक केस हो गया तो आपको सब कुछ खत्म हो गया। इट नॉट लाइक दैट, बट जर्नलिज्म ऐसा है कि केस हो गया तो बस अभी तो केस मुकदमा शुरू हो गया, वैसा मतलब लोगों के दिमाग में वो है। तो
हुँ,
आई डोंट वांट टू मेक दैट मिथ रॉन्ग कि ऐसा नहीं है, ठीक है, हो गया, अभी उसको लड़ने के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं। You should know your rights, you should know your tools. So I'm planning to share all those things, all the information which I have gathered in few years due to some concern which we can take up later. So now it is all available
नाइस,
with my knowledge and my friends
रियली गुड आइडिया।
knowledge. Thank you.
Okay, so we have one question also. Can we explicitly train the LLM with data for better performance? If yes, can you discuss how is that possible,
I think
Diwakar?
हाँ, डेटा के साथ ट्रेन तो कर सकते हैं, बट डेटा क्या है, यूज़ केस क्या है, सब उस पे डिपेंड करता है। एक्सप्लिसिटली वी कैन डेफिनिटली ट्रेन, एलएलएम कैन बी ट्रेन्ड, एलएलएम कैन बी फाइन ट्यून्ड, और यूज़ केस के ऊपर है। अगर आप ट्रेनिंग की बात करते हो तो आई थिंक जीपीयूज़ एंड ऑल बहुत सारी चीज़ें पिक्चर में आती है। इट्स नॉट ईज़ी टू ट्रेन मतलब अगर कोई $70 बिलियन का ऑलरेडी ट्रेन्ड है, तो रीट्रेनिंग माइट बी लिटिल डिफिकल्ट, राइट? You can fine tune
Hmm.
that. You can
Yes.
use RAG. There are so many ways actually. It's upon use cases why you want to train itself. I mean, train ही क्यों
Hmm.
करना है, वो डिपेंड
Hmm.
करता है। तो
So
once we know more about it.
usually हम स्क्रैच से तो ट्रेनिंग कभी भी नहीं करते। हम फाइन ट्यूनिंग ही करते हैं जैसे दिवाकर ने बोला, हमारे पास प्री ट्रेन्ड मॉडल्स अवेलेबल हैं, वी यूज़ दैट एंड ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट वी फाइन ट्यून एंड डेफिनिटली वी डू दैट इन द इंडस्ट्रीज टू गेट अ बेटर परफॉर्मेंस, राइट? So people are saying all the best to you, Diwakar, and they're really liking your initiative, whatever you have done. So I think
Yeah,
with
thanks
that,
so much.
if anybody is having any questions, you can pop up and we can stop sharing the screen as well. So
Yes.
I really hope that you guys have enjoyed today's discussion. One last announcement today only, me with Hitesh sir have launched the DSA course on Udemy. The details are in the chat window. You can go ahead and check that out. Just if you want, I can just share within few seconds that detail. Mm, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. So you can see
Yeah.
this is the course that we have, DSA for tech interviews. And over here, you can check. This is the course which we both have curated with wholeheartedly, right? Uh, there are two modules majorly. One is Python, which is completely taken by Hitesh sir, and another one is DSA, where we will talk about algorithms and data structures, completely taken care by me. So you can go ahead, check that out, and I think if you will be able to finish this course, it will be very easy for you to crack any technical rounds, DSS specific, especially if you are in a domain of data science, data analyst, because this course is in specifically Python. The implementations I have done in Python, and that's why we have introduced the Python programming language as well for anyone who is not aware about Python, right? But by saying that, I always say DSA is independent of any programming language. If you feel that you want to implement the same code in C++, C, Java, JavaScript, you can do that once you understood the concept. So this is really important announcement I really want to share. Today only in the evening we have launched. I think Hitesh sir have already posted on LinkedIn, and you can just explore. As I came live, so I thought let me just showcase you this information, because many people were asking from me that, Priya, when are you planning to launch this DSA course? So I think almost a year or two I have launched this new course. So please go ahead and uh, grab this opportunity if you're looking for it, right? uh, okay, so I think, any questions, anyone? Why we are discussing agentic AI and discussing DSA course? They are connected, because when you go for the interviews, DSA will be asked to you, even though you are an Gen AI expert. DSA is something which will be asked in almost all the interviews. I think,
Core
Diwakar,
and
you can share your experience. You are highly experienced, right? You can just share with them.
Hey, I mean, GenAI can change anytime, but this DSA is the, I mean, data structure and everything is based on that only, So you can't go away with that. So because that's the core of your computer science engineering. Without that, even this LLM, MLs won't work. So mathematics and those things are really important. Yeah.
I hope you got the answer from an expert also now. So that is the reason why we are discussing both of these things. Uh, Perfect. I think there are no questions, Diwakar, I can see on the screen. So it really went well. And thank you so much for sharing the knowledge over here. I think people will definitely, once they will watch the recording also, they will highly appreciate your initiative. I'm pretty sure. So if there is any doubt, any questions you have for Diwakar, his YouTube LinkedIn ID is available in the YouTube description. You can check that out. You can reach out to him. You can send a connection request to him. I'm pretty sure he will approve that. And if you have any questions, you can directly pop up and ask from him. Otherwise, you can write in the chat window in the comment section, and he will be here to answer your doubts if you have. With that, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much, Devakar. And we will see you
Thanks
all
so much,
in the
ma'am.
upcoming
Thanks so
live.
much.
Bye
Thanks,
bye.
everyone. Yeah, thanks for your guidance and mentoring. Really helpful.
Thank you.
Looking
Thank you
forward
so
for it.
much.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.